What's up, guys? So, I'm not typically the piano man, but I love this song because it matches with our memory verse this week so well. And so our memory verse this week, as we're reading through the Bible, comes from Leviticus 23, and it's verse 3. And what it says is, "Work may be done for 6 days, but on the seventh day there is to be a Sabbath of complete rest, a sacred assembly. You are not to do any work. It is a Sabbath to the Lord wherever you live." Now, as we read this passage, in my mind, whenever I thought of a Sabbath, I always thought of, okay, this is a great day for me to relax, to not do any work. You know, that's what the Israelites did. They couldn't do anything. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit on the couch. I'm going to enjoy watching TV. I'm going to put off cleaning and yard work. But Scripture is very clear that that's not the case. Scripture tells us that we're to gather in a sacred assembly, which, as I read that, I was like, wow, that's church. But that's what the Sabbath is. That's what God calls us to do, is not just rest physically, but to rest in Him. And so as we read this passage and looking at applying this passage, I mean, Sunday is a great time for us to come and rest in the Lord. You know, we should be out working and sharing the gospel every day of the week. And so when we come together on a Sunday, it's a time for us to rest in the Lord. That way, as we go out, we can be encouraged by others who are also pressing towards the same goal of sharing the gospel. Now, what we see here, though, is it's an entire day of rest. I used to work for the Navigators, and one big thing that a guy there named Jack McQueenie would say is he would say, "Have you had your dog day?" And as Georgia fans, we all know that you have to spell dog D-A-W-G, and he did the same thing. He called it a day alone with God. And what that was is that was a refreshing time for his employees to just spend an entire day with God. It's a time for us to refocus and refresh on what God has called us to do and to rest our spirit in Him. So it's very easy to get overwhelmed doing this, that, and the other, and going here and going there, and work, and feeling like we're overwhelmed. But what God calls us to do is to one day of the week, not just physically rest, but spiritually rest in Him and meditate in His Word, and to spend time in prayer, and to just be with our Creator. And so I hope that you were encouraged this week to spend that time with Him. And as we meet on Sunday, I hope you're encouraged by others who are on the same path and have the same focus as you of sharing the gospel. And as we go out, remember that God is worthy of every song that we can ever sing, and He is worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. I know that my voice doesn't necessarily do justice to that, but, you know, God calls us to live a joyful noise, or to shout a joyful noise, not a pretty one. So I hope you guys are encouraged this week to spend time and to rest in the Lord. So I hope you guys do that, and I'm excited to see you all on Sunday. We'll see y'all soon.